This is the reason why they destroyed this knowledge. They destroyed the ships. Read.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 5, and verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God.
Listen, this is a man going to his king saying, listen, this is the condition of the war when it comes down. When you come to fight us, if we keeping the commandments, he said, if they have error, read,
and let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
If you commit sin, you don't know that keeping what's today? What's today? I know you know, because you know Edom, right? You know who Edom is, so you know the Sabbath. But you going up in there though, man. I was telling, what's your name? Jake and Bobby, right? Y'all come a little bit closer. Sir, you two, did he show you who you were according to the scriptures? So he showed you that your daughters, you, all of us out here, according to the Bible, are Jews or Judah from the tribe of Judah. You see what I'm saying? So that is important information. Give me Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. Like I was, that's your, who is that to you? That's your son, right? Like I was telling him, sir, did you know that the reason why Kanye West was canceled, Kyrie Irving was canceled, you see what I'm saying? All these different famous artists and musicians were canceled is because of this right here. Read.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
Wait a minute. So, sir, are you going through tribulation? Tribulation is trouble. Poverty. Are we not in poverty right now, right? Check this out right here. Look on this sign. You too, sir. Come here, look at this sign. I was just asking him in the truck, where is your history? Where does your history begin? According to the white man, according to the school system that your young daughters are attending. It starts in slavery, right? But God's saying that this is not true. Your history goes before the American slave trade, before the sub-Saharan slave trade.
Right.
You got a heritage that the world is hiding from you. And if you don't teach your daughters, they're going to be the next Cardi B's, the Cardi Reds. I know you don't want that, right?
We all children of the slave trade, though.
We children of the slave trade, but why? Why are we the only ones on this side in this history? When you look up bondage, why are we the only ones, right? You get what I'm saying? Read what you got.
Verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Y'all are rich. Why? Because this heritage belongs only to us. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Blasphemy is a dirty, stinking lie of people who, do you call yourself a Jew? Do you call yourself a Jew? Do you call yourself a Jew? Who calls themselves Jews? Huh? Say it loud. White people, right? Huh? This brother said Esau. Who calls themselves Jews? Israelis say they're Jews, right? We don't call ourselves Jews, but they do. Read it from the top again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
The synagogue of Satan. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. This is the reason why we went on why we the children of the slave trade. This is the reason why. If he learns this, if you teach him this knowledge, he will be much less likely to be a statistic of Jonesboro, a statistic of Memphis, or a statistic of America. What is the statistic for him? That he won't reach the age of 30. You see what I'm saying? That your daughters won't reach the age of what? 13, 14 before they have premarital sex. Right? Am I correct? Okay then, read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
What does hearken mean, men? Because we talking to the men right now. Us three, y'all are what can change this community. What does hearken mean? Means listen, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
68.
What?
68. This is the now he said
If you don't listen, if you don't do the commandments, this is the curse, right?
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Egypt, what's on the back of your American dollar? A pyramid. Your man said pyramid. Is he correct? So what is America giving you a sign that this today is Egypt? Egypt is just another name for bondage, sir. It's just another name for it. So what does God say? Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hold on for a second.
we picture, right?
We need pictures. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
When we went on ships, where did we go? Where did we go? They brought us over here. Was it a cruise ship? Huh?
Them ships don't exist today, though.
Those ships don't exist because why? Why would they, just like the reason why they don't exist is the same reason you don't know that you're an Israelite.
Right.
Because they destroyed the ships just like they destroyed the knowledge that you were an Israelite, that you had to keep God's commandments.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again. 31.
Give me Jude chapter 5, verse 20. I'm finna show you something. Let me show you something. I don't want your children. I got 4 children. I'm gonna make sure that this knowledge is imparted in them so they won't be a statistic of America. If you don't have the not 5 and 20, Judith, I apologize. If you don't have the knowledge of thou shalt not kill, the dress code, thou shalt not commit adultery, keep the Sabbath holy, marriage. If you don't, come here, son. Read. This is the reason why they destroyed this knowledge. They destroyed the ships. Read.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God.
Listen. This is a man going to his king saying, listen, this is the condition of the war when it comes down. When you come to fight us, if we keeping the commandments, he said, if they have error, read,
and let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
If you commit sin, you don't know that keeping, what's today? What's today? I know you know, because you know Edom, right? You know who Edom is, so you know the Sabbath. But you going up in there though, man. Wait a minute, man. I'm gonna get back with you, bro. Now you, sir, you said you know Christ is black, right? But do you know what today is? You don't know what today is. Sir, do you know? Young man, you don't know. Okay. All right. No, hold that. Read it. Finish it out, and then we're gonna get what today is. Read.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Sir, if we ended up being in sin, that's the reason why we ended up going into captivity. That's the reason why they ended up taking your daughters, putting them in the field, making them pick cotton. You too, sir, because you big enough where you get out there, you gonna pick all night, all day. You see what I'm saying? And your father couldn't do nothing about it. You couldn't do nothing if Master Charles wanted to take your children and split them up. You couldn't do nothing.
Read, yes, sir.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation.
Iniquity means sin. If there's no sin, and you, us, our people, read.
Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them.
Our God defends us. The reason why our God is not defending us right now because we in sin. Give me Exodus chapter 20 verse 6. This is the what today is. You got it? Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. And verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So now it said, how many days do you have to work? How many days, sir? 6. How many days? How many days do you got to work? It's easy. It ain't no trick question. Read it again, man.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
What is the 7th day? The first day of the week is what? Men, what is the first day of the week? If it's Sunday. If you look at your phone, the first day of the week, it says Sunday. Sunday is the first week. So he says 6 days you got work, you can work. So that means you can work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But what?
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant.
Wait a minute. So did you know you're supposed to have servants, sir? Did you know you're supposed to have servants, maids? Did you know that? To the point where on the Sabbath day, which is today, they don't even work. You see what I'm saying? This is all the things that God promised you would have if you kept the commandments.
Right.
Read on.
Thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger.
Wait a minute, man. You're supposed to have cattle. If you got cattle, you're supposed to have land. If you have land, what else? You need servants. You see what I'm saying? What comes with all of this? This comes with wealth. Don't leave, brother. Okay. If you got to take them home, brother. Hey, read that. This is for you. Now, I know you have some things that you feel like a discrepancy, but we out here for you. Just call us, man. Get a hold to us. Come back through here, all right? Yes, sir. Now, listen here. Give me Nehemiah chapter 10, because you finna go up in the stove. You finna go in the stove, boss, on the Sabbath. And we just read that if this dude knew, which really all of these nations know, if you keep them in sin, if you keep selling them pork cheap, if you keep selling them shrimp, crab, lobster cheap, they gonna what? They gonna buy. Right. Why? Because we ain't got the money to buy beef. We ain't got the money to buy steak. Am I right? I'm in the same position you in. So if you sell them cheap pork, what we gonna do?
Wake them up.
We gonna buy. But the Bible says that they say if they in sin, God is not going to defend them. So now we got to make a choice. We got to make a choice. Read what you got.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring word or any victuals.
Hey, is that our people? Is that who owns that store? Is he our people? He ain't our people, right? Did he bring word? Is it clothes up in there? He got a few socks or something in there, right? A shirt. That's word. Victuals. Is it something up in there like cups or whatever to buy? You see what I'm saying? He said if the people bring world victuals, read,
on the Sabbath day.
This is the Sabbath. He wide open. He's supposed to be clothed. See, listen. Over there, what's that right behind you? How much you think that church making? That's about $1 million worth of property, right?
Right.
That's it easily. Why is that big old church not teaching the people in this impoverished community, just like the people in the impoverished community of Memphis, that they don't supposed to be buying from that spot on the Sabbath? You don't supposed to be going in there.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is